Hello again, everyone. I'm super excited to invite Nate Overby to speak with our club today. I just found out about the organization when I was looking at options for where to have our social back in November. And what a lovely, happy accident. We have an amazing studio, Dodge Creative, and Nate Overby is 25. He's from Elkhart, Indiana. He is the Chief Studio Engineer, CEO, and Creative Director of Dodge. Also known as Rocco Darrow. I hope you'll tell us more about that, unless it's Rocco Darrow. Milestones for him are that he's organized over 30 music and variety events in the 3 years under Dodge's, is that when you opened 3 years ago? You're gonna tell us more. But so in 3 years, 30 music events with this young man here. He's grown a network of over 400 active creatives. He's a music producer, audio engineer, inventor, and visionary. Other specifics, he grew up here in Elkhart. His mother's an artist, his father is in business. He's a musical artist with full bodies of work on all platforms. I can't wait to hear more about that. He's lived and worked in major cities, including Chicago, LA, New York, and as a content generator producer. Let's welcome to the stage, ladies and gentlemen, Nate Overby. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Nate Overby. That was a great introduction. I wrote part of it. So I'm here to tell you about Dodge. Things that I must say first. So Dodge fulfills its mission by continuously offering musical experiences, innovative collaboration, recordings, documentation, publishing, and original products. 3 days a week, Dodge HQ is open to reservation of studio sessions and collaboration. Creators perform and collaborate together with this mission to form the Dodge Network. The network designs and executes live events, strengthening the forward-thinking progress of our community. What our name means, it's just an order of letters that we give meaning to. We like to demonstrate our beliefs by creating environments that people can thrive in creatively. Creativity to us is solutions. So finding new ways to those solutions. We have outlets like music and art and technology. We think that we can impact our community and our economy with a new form of approaching problems and solutions. So Dodge was established on Main Street in Elkhart, Indiana, February 2nd, 2018. And it began with an event in a loft on a checkerboard stage. The event was free, guests climbed up 4 flights of stairs, and there was a variety of talent. This continued to happen in phase with the moon, and we moved it around at various venues in Elkhart. We invited people into kind of a new type of space, new creative space and new experience, something that the youth, our community hadn't seen yet. And that was the reaction to what we were doing. So we continue to offer these events. We have 3 core values. That's to create, inspire, and empower. Empowerment is at the top of our hierarchy. It's where we create something that people can use to their advantage and create themselves. So with our hierarchy, it looks like an inverted triangle. At the bottom, it says create, and that is the least challenging thing to do in the hierarchy, and it reaches the least amount of people. When you go upward, the inspiration tier reaches more people, but it's more challenging. Once you get to the top, it's the empowerment tier, and that's where we create something that empowers someone to create something else and restart the hierarchy. People that have done this, it's Apple with their computers, GoPro with their cameras. They gave people a tool to create. That's at the core of our company there. This is something I'm really passionate about, so like to talk personally about it, and I'm normally excited. I'm trying to definitely explain what we do because it's pretty elaborate. It all started in the studio where I had just returned from visiting these other cities and working as a content generator, and I realized the potential of the people here and learn more about our history and what was possible with our special abilities. So I opened the studio, and I realized the talent was raw, and it was real, and it was unprovoked. So the more artists that I met, the goal became to bring them into a common space, make them aware, create a collective consciousness of their abilities. Pretty much we have a lot of trained people, young adults, that have talent and abilities that aren't necessarily being utilized. So, and they don't know that it's a useful thing that they can do, like create a piece of art or music, or invent something, use their brain in a way where they're making something new. So once the creators of the studio became aware of each other, it was kind of like a spark. Everyone became aware of a community being created. So we made an event, and from then on we continued to offer these musical experiences where the environment was one of the most important things. So that's one thing I want to share with everyone in their businesses, that an environment can really change the way people think and how they behave at work, how they create and collaborate with others. So we believe in beauty. We bring beauty into our space and our environment, and that's been a differential in our company. This is a zoom in of our studio. So currently we operate out of a 5,000 square foot space above Interior Motives, and it's a place where when you step in, you feel imaginative, you feel kind of special. This was important to encourage the young creatives in our community, and they're important. They're important to our economy, and they're important to our social, our social community. So in sequence with the events, we've done 30 from when we started. So our output ratio is about 1.6 every 1.5 months. We've offered an event. We reach our capacity these days at 100 at our space, and between our monthly events, the studio is open for collaborative sessions, and those are reserved by the creators of the Dodge Network. I have some content here to show you. Kind of displays our showcase. Here's a video on our website. You can find it at dajpyramidshow.com. Currently, we have an event series called Showcase, and each month on the second Saturday we have a showcase with a variety lineup. So there's live music, there's comedy, there's dance. That means there's a variety of people coming into this space that we're curating. That was kind of demonstrated with our first event and something that we've carried on. Having a variety lineup invited lots of different types of people into the space. It's a very unique experience, and it feels a lot like home when we have a large variety of talent and offerings at one event. Dodge does have a universal appeal. We aim to be an abundant company. Thank you, everyone, for welcoming me here to talk about this. I was nervous coming here a little bit. There's a lot to say, and this is probably one of my first times really talking to a large group, kind of in this manner. I had notes, but I just kind of so yeah, I'm open for questions now.
I have a question.
Yeah.
The youngest and the oldest. Could you repeat the question?
What's the youngest and oldest age? What's the age of most of our creators? So it's the average group is around 20. Yeah, and then our oldest group is around 30. Yeah.
So is it mostly an event studio, or are you also recording music as well?
So we're recording. Is it just an event studio, or is it also recording? It's a creative studio, full bandwidth of music, art, and other mixed medias. Focus is on music. So music studio sessions is where we focus our values on.
This gentleman that just comes to Peter Norton, he's a very talented member of our voters.
Yeah.
Past president. And walk us through, if you would, if Peter Norton decided this afternoon he would like to engage your facility, you as to further his career. Okay? Walk us through what you would do with Peter Norton.
Okay, let me walk through what I would do if Peter came through the door. I put a smile on. And as a producer, I have a role of evoking that passion and that stream of consciousness I was talking about earlier, that creative mind. So I'd make sure he's comfortable, make sure he was happy, and that he was comfortable sharing his goals and objectives in the studio. Then as a producer, I have ways of accomplishing those. So I'd shed light on that, and then we would take it step by step. Yeah. So for recording a song, I give him ways to record that song. Yeah.
My question is somewhat related to Sherman's question. If you found someone in any particular area that we thought really has a lot of talent, if you've been to Chicago, you've been to New York, you've been to LA, what would be your next step with them? I know you want to support them, but is there a way that you could contact people that might provide some funds for that person to go that next step?
Yeah. So that, I would say, is part of our highest tier of empowerment. So after giving them the opportunity to, one, create in the studio, and then share that, with being the middle tier inspiration. The top would be, basically in more basic terms, it would be kind of like, we would take on some of those roles, where if we have someone who's got amazing talent, passion, and drive, then take on those roles of a record label, which we have now. So I'll give an example. I have a good friend, his name is Nathan Van Meter. and he has a huge heart and a lot of talent. And he came to me with an album idea. And so for 5 months, we recorded, wrote, and produced the album. And it was a great project. I love it. I'm proud of it. Once it was complete, we switched gears to publishing that work of art. We published it to all the platforms. And from there, we turned into publicizing and management. So we have abilities to manage these artists too, trying to offer the full scope of support for this type of work. So it's a sequence. Once they get to that point where they want to reach the world with what they've created, we take on those roles in our company. Yeah. Does that answer your question pretty well? Is that my time?
Thanks a lot. Nate will hang around, I'm sure, if anyone has any further questions. And I just have to say, I kind of appreciate getting to know a company right there on Main Street that operates right above the, what'd you say it was?
Interior motive.
Right above Interior Motives. Do you make a lot of noise when you're out there? Yeah. And it seems to work out okay? They're very careful. All right.
Yeah.
See, this is good stuff. How many people knew about Dodge? I saw 1, 2. Yeah, there you go. So, what's that? Stop the sharing. I'm kind of curious too. Anybody online heard of Dodge before? I see that as one of the sort of cool things about this club as well, that we're here on the, there are people here who, this is new to them. It's new to me. And you make me realize sometimes I'm not as young as I think I sometimes am. But this is good.